Hey master, how are you doing today? I have a very nice game from one of the best Greek players and definitely the most fascinating one because he can sacrifice all of his pieces in order to create checkmate ideas. I have another video actually about that and you can click there and in the description below in order to see that video. His opponent was close to 2300 Elo rating and he started the game with the move e4 and Halkias replied with the move e5. Now we have this one here, inviting the Italian opening after bishop to c4, but Stelios played this Nf6 variation because it's more complicated and invite black to dive into these complications. For example, white can jump forward on g4 and after that black should be careful and he should play something like that, the two knights defense attacking the bishop, and the game is very complicated. White player wasn't ready for all this and he played d3, so he is trying a solid system. Black has no more choices here but just to develop the bishop, right? Develop the pieces, the bishop on c5. Now we have short castling, d6 and c3. This is gioco pianissimo, the very slow Italian opening, and players in modern days use this one because they have a lot of space for maneuvering and improve his pieces. White is not going to lose, he's not enter in concrete theoretical battle, but he would like to develop his pieces. These are the main ideas. And now we have short castling here, inviting black if he like to put this bishop on g5. We're going to see this is a sub variation. Here actually short castling is the main line. We have another very popular line with a6. The idea is to create little more space for the bishop, and we have another line h6, as many great players choose this one, as Carlsen, Caruana and many more. Here after this white played h3, stopping this pinning on g4, this one idea. And let's examine now what will happen after bishop to g5, because it looks very obvious, right, what black should do. And here black should kick away the bishop with this h6, and after that we have two ideas actually. One of them is g5, very aggressive. It looks dubious because we are opening up our king, and here white should be careful because if he just captures this one and try to attack, dreaming of the attack, then we can capture there, and after bishop takes g5 we can put the king on g7. Black already is little better and he would like to play something like knight e7, knight here, maybe the rook can jump in the file and black will be clearly better. For example, if white insists on this pin, then we can put the rook here on h8, and after that a developing move, right, because he has only two pieces. The knight is not on c3 to jump forward on d5. For that reason black can do these tricks to play h6 and g5. They can advance his king side. White wasn't ready, and now we can play this really aggressive move, king to g6. We would like to capture that bishop, and for example after here queen g3 he would like to create some discovered checks. We have this knight h5 attacking his queen, so if he just captures our queen we can capture his queen. This is one idea. Another idea is to play something like that, but we have bishop to g4 because we are attacking the queen, and here black is better actually. In this position black is better. My computer assessed this position clearly better for black. For that reason the good players don't play this, they don't capture on g5 here, but he dropped the bishop back, as Duda Nakamura in 2019 in chess.com. It was a game, and after this he played here Duda. We have a5. The idea behind a5 is to grab more space on the king-queen side and stop ideas like this, like before. This is the modern approach. And after h3 we have back, he would drop back the bishop, knight here, d4, he sacrificed a pawn actually there. Nakamura just captured the pawn, and after these exchanges and queen to c2, Naka played this move f5 very aggressively, and you can see here this king is very safe because white don't have pieces to attack this king, and already black would like to develop his pieces very naturally and normally, right, to counterattack the enemy king, and at the end Nakamura won that game. This is one approach actually, and another approach, if you are afraid to play this so aggressive lines, you can play like Anand against Caruana with white pieces and Anand with black. He played this move a6, and now after that he dropped the bishop back. After this he tried to exchange this light square bishops, and now he played king h7. You see, he have a very solid position for his pieces, and he is waiting to play this move g5, and actually black cannot do anything with that pin in reality. We have that, and now he just played this one because he managed to organize all of his pieces, and he went back here. Caruana went back, Anand captured the bishop, and after this we have this very solid move, and Anand finally won that game as well as Nakamura. But it's a different approach. So let's go back. Here players didn't play bishop g5, but he went h3, tried to stop this bishop to g5 move, and we have h6, rook here, a5, as we mentioned earlier, this typical move, a4, and bishop e6. Bishop e6, try to exchange this nice looking bishop on c4. This is a very powerful piece. It's an asset for white, and for that reason black would like to exchange this one. We have knight here, and Stelios played bishop a7, a nice move actually, but we have another maneuver here, a really cool maneuver. This is queen b8, and after some move like that we can play bishop queen a7, like a submarine. Actually the queen went there, putting pressure on f2, tried to stop this d4 idea, and organized all of his pieces. This is a modern approach actually. One other idea to play a5. This is another idea behind that move. So we have this, and now white just exchanged here the pieces, and he dropped the knight on c4. I don't really like this one, this exchange, because black takes something, and he took an open file actually, more support in central squares, so white now cannot put the knight on e3 and after that on d5 or c5, because we have this powerful pawn, and black can create some attack in the king side. He has an open file, and what black knights are doing, because they are hitting into the wall, right? This is a very solid wall, and white cannot attack there. Another idea here that you have in mind, because some of my opponents play this one, capture e6 and then queen b3, it looked like that he is threatening two pawns, but in reality he is not threatening us. We can defend like this, it's very passive, or we have a more dynamic way. This is queen d7, and actually here he cannot capture. Why? Because we can trap his queen. Queen cannot go anywhere. Here for example we have this discover check, he have to recapture, and after that we can take his queen, so he's going to lose the game. He cannot really capture there. You have many ways to protect that pawn in order not to be afraid. So during the game we have this one, he played knight h5, because this is a real pain in white's position, this f4 square, and black's idea is to install the knight there, then the queen can come cross, and he can double the rooks in f file, so he have attack for free here. White played this one, another typical maneuver here. We have knight f4, take, and rook e3. Try to overprotect his king side. Now we have queen f6, he put the king there, and now we have a master level move. This is rook a8. Because when you would like to attack, you should invite all of your pieces. Imagine one of your friends create a party and not invite you. How are you going to feel? This is how the rook is feeling. The party is here, close to the enemy king side, and we should include all of our pieces, right? So we have to put the rook here. Many players here can start thinking queen moves like that, queen g6, or to capture there, or to play d5, things like that. But they are not care about this rook. This is master level move. Try to improve the position of all of your pieces. You should give life to your pieces. Help your pieces in order to help you. These are some ideas. And now we have queen f1, rook here, there, double the rook, and rook d2. Now queen on g6, try to put little more pressure against the knight, because this knight has two defenders, the pawn and the rook. So we can try to remove one of the defenders like this to sacrifice the knight, and after that we can capture the knight on c3. This is an idea, actually, a tactical idea, a tactical background. And after that move, knight to g1, White don't know what to do actually. His position is very passive, or he would like to exchange this knight with this move knight e2. This is the idea, and now Stelios found the time to attack in the center. When your opponent goes back, you should go forward. This knight is under attack, he dropped it back, and now it's another difficult position on how to continue, because the previous moves was not so difficult. He just improved the position of his pieces, but right now he has to do something, and we have a difficult moment here. He played rook on d7. It's a nice move, a logical move actually, because maybe we can capture on e4. This rook, this is very important, the rook on d2 is unprotected. We have our rook in the same file, so we might create some tactics. This is a tactical problem, this one way, and we are increasing the pressure in the center. Actually, here computer found another brilliant move, and you can see the level of the computers. He found this move knight h5. It's difficult to understand this one from the first point, but let's say we're going to play here, queen there on g5, I x-raying and eyeballing this d2 rook because this is unprotected, and queen would like to give a check on f4. And for example, after that we can give this check, king here, and now we have the tactical shot. And this tactical shot is knight g3 check. We're attacking the queen and king, and after this we can take the queen, or after that we can take the rook and then the queen. It's a brilliant way for computer to continue the game, but okay, we cannot blame Stelios here not playing this move because we don't have computers. It's when we are sitting comfortable in our couch, in our home, with computer open without the clock ticking, everything is just nice, right? But the players cannot, when you are playing, you cannot see the same tactics or the same ideas. You need something safe, or a good move at least, and rook d7 is a good move. Now we have this one, and d4, try to attack the rook, try to kick away this rook from this file, so he's going to create more tactical problems there. We have this one, and now it's a very, very nice moment actually here, a very difficult moment. It's black's turn. Of course you can give it a try. What are you going to do here with the black pieces? And black found a very nice way to continue the game. When all of your pieces are so nicely placed, you should search for tactics, and the tactics are there. Here he just captured h3. First things first, if he just captured like that, we can take the knight. The material is almost equal. Black has an extra pawn, and after that he can improve his position with maneuvers like that, or queen here, start attacking that pawn, and white have serious problems. What this rook is doing and this knight, right? This is one variation actually, and players who is going to play the most stubborn ideas, like this one, king takes h3. What are you going to do now? And Stelios calculated very accurately, rook takes h3. This is the only move, and now what are you going to play here actually? You can enjoy yourself, or you can play some precise moves. And here we can enjoy ourselves with this move, rook f7. We have a very strong attack. Obviously Stelios seen this one, but it's a little risky to take this huge decision because we are rook down, but these pieces are not playing. And let's enjoy ourselves, because after this we have this, and after that we can increase the position of our pieces. And for example, we can bring the knight. The knight is aiming to f4, and if the knight lands there, everything will over. For example, here I have an illustrative variation. The knight land on f4. Now we are threatening this check. Actually, he cannot block with the queen, and black's position is completely winning, even if he has a rook down. This didn't happen during the game, and he played the most precise move. He gives a check. Sorry, not this one. Here he gives a check on h5, and after that he brings his queen on g5 with a double attack. And double attacks not phasing, we cannot see double attacks only in amateur games, but in high level games as well. You see the rook is under attack and the king. Here he captured the rook, now he is threatening this one, and black's position is winning, white's position is collapsing. After this we have queen here, there, and pawn takes. Here if the queen captures on e6 we have rook to f7, everything is protecting, so he just recaptured the pawn, and now we have rook takes on d3, takes there, king here, we have a check in order to exchange queens, and after this he managed to exchange queens because white had problems with his king. Black pieces continue attacking, and now the endgame is completely hopeless. For example, he just captured this one, he captured that, we captured this one in order to exchange more and more pieces, and white tried to complicate the matter a little bit, but it's too late. We have this, there, takes here, and after that inviting him to exchange more pieces. We have this one, and after this you see the knight is controlling this square, so he don't have any perpetual check or things like that. He went there, king here, and after this he just captured a lot of pieces, pawns actually. He's 4 pawns up, and white through his tower. Black is completely winning here, and black is victorious. Thank you very much for your watching, and the most important moment actually is here when he sacrificed the knight. He sacrificed the knight in order to open up the enemy position, and after this he just captured with the knight, with the rook the knight, and after that we have the double check, destroying white's position. I hope you enjoyed this video, and talk to you soon. Thanks for your time, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Here it's time for action. This is the initial page of my website, and here you can click Give me access to get access to free lessons. You can read this page, and if you scroll down, here you can add your name and your email. After that, you're going to take a free lesson how to avoid chess blunders. So, time for action is now, and you're very welcome to join my mail list.